Hit me up on Patreon if you need any spiritual services. Um, I give spiritual consultations. I give you spiritual information on how you can improve your life or just expand your own consciousness. I give you information on what you can do to help yourself. So if you're interested in that, hit me up on Patreon. I will put the link in the video description box. Um, I also give readings. Now, I have not been giving readings in a long time, but I might start giving readings again depending on who contacts me. I'm very picky about who and what I decide to give services to. Let me say that again. So hit me up on Patreon. I will put the link to my Patreon in the video description box. There is a vetting process before I even decide to give you any type of motherfucking services. Okay? Because my energy is very motherfucking valuable. I don't have to have 1,000 fucking clients or 1,000 people contacting me because that is not what I'm here to do. I am a very close knit type of person. I do not depend on my spiritual business as a total income because I have another income as well, which is my real motherfucking career. I have that. So this is just, what I do in my spiritual path. But you will compensate me. And let me say this too. I can do life coaching as well. I can do that too. So if you want to sit on the phone and tell me about all your problems for 3 or 4 hours, that will be $150 an hour. If you want me to listen to all of your problems and all of your issues and you want me to give you advice and repeat myself and do all that shit, that's fine. But that is $150 an hour. Okay? Yes, I do life coaching. But listen to this. And I'm going to say a big if I give you information and if I tell you something, okay, if I tell you, listen, this is how things should go, this is what I think you should do, and this is how I think you should handle this, and you don't do it, or if you're asking me questions and I have to keep repeating myself, I'm just going to hang the motherfucking phone up and you won't get your motherfucking money back. Because if you're coming to me for information and I'm giving you the fucking answer, I'm giving you the answer you fucking need to hear, not the answer you fucking want to hear. Okay? So if you come to me about a relationship problem that you're having and I give you my advice and my spiritual insight and wisdom about it, and then you're still half stepping around it and trying to get me to give you an answer that you will like, I'm hanging the motherfucking phone up on you. Okay? So, if you want, I'm just letting you know because I do life coaching as well, but I just haven't said anything about it on here because there's so many crazy ass, mentally unstable motherfuckers, in social media. And I'm not dealing with that shit. If you have mental problems, I can't help you. Go see a psychiatrist. Go see a psychiatrist. They deal with mental problems. Okay? But if you need some life direction spiritually, I can help you with that. Because I am a motherfucking master fucking teacher. That's what I came here to do. But my life coaching, that's $150 an hour. So if you're interested in any type of life coaching or any type of spiritual services, you can hit me up on Patreon. There's a vetting process first to make sure that you're serious and to make sure you're not on no bullshit and fuckery. I don't do bullshit and fuckery. Now, when I'm actually talking to somebody who comes to me for spiritual services, they have my undivided attention. I give them my insight and I don't rush them. But if I have to talk to you for 2 and 3 and 4 hours and giving you life coaching and giving you information, that's $150 an hour. So if you talk to me for 2 hours, that's $300 because my time and my energy is very motherfucking valuable. Okay? And I give it to people motherfucking raw. I'm not going to, and I may even use tarot cards in the life coaching, consultation. I will use tarot cards to give you deeper insight into what you should do and to show you what I see. I really don't need tarot cards, and I really don't have to see you on the computer. So it can be anonymous, okay? I don't have to see you because I'm a real motherfucking intuitive person. I'm a real energy reader, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so I can see you, and I don't have to see you in order to read you or to give you advice. Okay, so with that being said, let me get to the topic that I wanted to talk about. But if you're in need of any of those services, readings, consultations, or any type of life coaching advice, please hit me up on Patreon, and I will post the link in the video description box. And I give life coaching advice on anything, okay? And I also use, spiritualism, my tarot cards, or whatever I need to, whatever tool I need to use to give you the best insight into whatever situation you may be going through. And that's what I wanted to talk about. Excuse me, my sinuses are draining like crazy. I was doing some thinking and something came across my mind that really, it was actually a channel that came through, spiritual channel. And it was so profound to me. And what I discovered is that everything that I've been through in my family, dealing with all types of, mental abuse, psychological abuse, verbal abuse, even some physical abuse. Shit. All of the shit that I had to go through with my family, all of the shit I've had to go through with people in general, especially niggas and black women too. I mean, anybody. All of the shit that I've had to go through in my life, being dismissed, rejection, being mistreated, anything that I've had to go through in my life. What I understand now that I did not understand then is that first, my family, they helped me to expand my consciousness. Their brutality is why I'm able to sit here as a testament, I guess you can say. Their brutality helped me to elevate to the next level spiritually. So I did not go through any of that bullshit in vain. I didn't go through any of that bullshit in vain. And what they helped me to do was they helped me to expand my consciousness, and they helped to elevate me to the level that I'm on now. And see, one thing that I realized, that if I did not go through what I did go through with my family and other people too, if I didn't go through those hard times, I would have never been able to receive the message or the knowledge and the information that I've gotten from, wise ones like a Panic or a Bobby Hemmett or anybody else. I wouldn't have been able to receive those messages. And it's not about them, it's about me. And I'm just looking back and I'm reflecting, well, like, goddamn, now I see why I had to go through all of that bullshit, because that was preparing me for what I am doing now. That is preparing me to help other people now. You feel what I'm saying? So that puts everything in a totally different perspective, and that actually activates healing without you having to go through all of the Christian bullshit of, oh, I forgive you and all that. when you realize, when you start to have your realizations about things that have happened to you, and when you start connecting the dots, that automatically can activate a healing frequency within you. So, again, when I look back at everything that I went through with my family, I actually have to thank them, because if it weren't for their brutality and how they treated me, if it weren't for that, then I would not be able to do the things that I'm doing now. I would not have the good life that I have now. Because had they not treated me in that brutal manner, I probably would have been a zombie, brain dead, and I probably would not have been fulfilling, the things that I'm supposed to be fulfilling in my own path, in my own spiritual journey, or whatever the case may be, because it's always an individual journey. So I get that now. I get that. And like I said, had I not gone through that, I would not have been able to receive the knowledge and the information that I did get from people like Panic. I wouldn't have been able to receive that information, because it would have come across in a wrong way. I would have taken it, nothing with him, it would have been me. I would have taken that information the wrong way based upon how he speaks. You feel what I'm saying? But because I came from relatives who were raunchy and vulgar and cussed and did all that motherfucking shit, because I came from that, I was able to hear that spiritual message, regardless of how it came out, regardless of how, it sounded. You know what I'm saying? I love a cussing person any goddamn way. I love vulgarity because I'm a cussing motherfucker myself. You feel what I'm saying? I'm a cussing, vulgar person myself, because that's what I come from. When I say vulgarity, I'm talking about cursing and, talking foul out the mouth. So that's why I was able to receive the information, the knowledge, and the wisdom. That's why I was able to receive that. So I get that now. So what I'm basically saying is this: everything has a reason. Everything has a reason. And they say no pain, no gain. And that's true. No pain, no gain. If you don't go through any, if you don't go through anything, here's the thing: if you don't go through anything, how can you help other people? See, a real motherfucking spiritualist, and I'm only speaking from my own perspective, and I don't give a fuck who I offend, but I'm just gonna say what the fuck I want to say. A real motherfucking spiritualist, we go through shit. We go through complex situations. We go through complex relationships with people. We go through that. If someone tells you that their life is perfect and they're trying to advise you, then that ain't somebody that can really fucking help you. You have to go to somebody who has gone through some shit. It ain't got to be me. I'm just saying in general. You have to go through shit in order to be in order to be able to really help people. You have to have been in their position at one time. If your life is so motherfucking perfect up in the motherfucking clouds and you ain't experienced nothing, then you can't really help other people. Because if you're perfect, then you shouldn't be in this motherfucking matrix. Real spiritualists, what we offer is our experience and our wisdom and our knowledge based upon the things we have gone through. You have to have a certain amount of compassion and a certain amount of wisdom and knowledge to understand people's pain, to understand people's happiness, to understand people's gain, and to understand anything that a person may be going through. You have to have that type of wisdom and knowledge. Wisdom comes from going through certain shit, understanding why you went through it. That's what wisdom is. understanding why you went through the shit that you went through. And now I get it. I get why I went through the shit that I went through, because it put me in a position that I'm in now, where now I don't give a fuck for the most part about no motherfucking humanity. There is nothing that I want for, there's nothing that I need. There's nothing that I want for, and there's nothing that I need for the most part. That is the position that I'm in now. So no pain, no motherfucking gain. That's a true cliche, and that's a true fucking statement. And I was just, like I said, I was just sitting here thinking the other day, and a channel came through and said, "Look, you're going through the shit that you've gone through the shit that you went through, because that is what is going to help you, and that is what helped you elevate to the next level. Hardships and pain equal gain." Let me say that again. Let me put it in my own words. Hardship and pain equal fucking gain. Now, if you're a person that does not have to go through anything, that's a motherfucking blessing. But I'm talking about more ancient and more old souls. See, old souls, we go through a lot because we choose complex lives. We choose very complex lives, like coming down being gay, coming down being a single mom, coming down being, a woman who gets pregnant at an early age, and so on, and other things too that I'm not going to name because it's too graphic to really talk about that on here. You know how YouTube is, but you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. Old souls, or souls that are very old, we take on more complex situations. And it's not because, something made us do it. It's that we decided that in order for us to expand and evolve our soul, or whatever you want to call it, we decided to come down and to take on different mantles, different burdens. We decided to take on certain karmic debts, I guess you can say, so we can work that fucking shit out. We may incarnate into totally fucking, fucked up ass families like mine, shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, my family ain't that fucked up, but they fucked up. Shit, I'm admitting that motherfucking shit. I ain't got no motherfucking shame in my game, because that's what I came down here to do. But see, let me tell you, I broke the generational curse in my family. I broke it myself because I'm the most conscious in my family. I'm the most conscious. And I can say that without a doubt. I am the most conscious in my family. And I don't say that with ego. I say that with humility, I guess you can say, and humbleness. I broke the generational curse in my family because the way that my aunts and uncles treated me, I did not treat my niece and nephew like that. I treat my niece and nephew with love and respect. I treat all of my nieces and nephews with love, respect, and honor and dignity. Younger people who come to me for counsel, I treat them with respect, I treat them with honor, and I treat them with dignity. That's something that was not afforded to me when I was their age. When I was their age, 19 and 20, people treated me like I didn't know anything, like I was just dumb, and, I wasn't worth, respect, love, and dignity. So when when you have broken those types of curses, or whatever you want to call them, or cycles, whatever you want to call them, because when I think of a curse, a curse is a constant cycle of events that entrap you, and those events affect you in a negative, traumatic way. and you cannot escape it. That is a curse. It's a constant cycle of traumatic, negative events that you cannot escape. That is a curse. A hex is more temporary. A curse can be more permanent and more damaging because curses can follow you from lifetime to lifetime. You see what I'm saying? So when I think of a curse, I think of a circle, a constant cycle that does not end. It takes somebody like me to break a fucking curse. You feel what I'm saying? And that I can do. But that's another motherfucking story. Don't be hitting me up talking about you think you fucking cursed and all that shit. That is a special needs motherfucking case for certain people. You know what I mean? So don't be hitting me up with that motherfucking shit. But I broke that cycle, that curse, that generational curse. And I noticed that. I broke it, like I said, in how I treat my niece and nephews. But again, no pain, no gain. If you have no pain, you will not have any gain. You have to have gone through something in order to really expand your consciousness in certain ways. Now, everybody comes down here to do something different. Everybody comes into the physical realm to do something different. Everybody does. But I just found that very interesting that, I got that channel and it was clear as day. And I was like, well, damn, that does make sense. All of the shit that I had to go through with my fucked up ass relatives, that really helped to elevate me to the place that I am now, where I was able to receive, enlightenment and knowledge and wisdom from people who I normally wouldn't have anything in common with, who normally I probably wouldn't even think to go to for anything. You feel what I'm saying? So the hardships, the pain, that equals gain. So if you're going through hardships and pain, just know that somewhere down the line, if you do not allow that to destroy you, and if you do not allow that to create a self-inflicted curse on you, just know that somewhere down the line, that is going to benefit you in some way. Because the shit that I went through with my family, that has benefited me in so many different ways. No, I may not have all the money in the world, but I got enough. No, I may not have a big old motherfucking mansion, but I have a roof over my motherfucking head. And I don't have to ask anybody for anything. I am self-sufficient. I am self-fucking sufficient. And I have come in contact with some beautiful people. I'm not talking about aesthetics and physical beauty. I'm talking about people who are beautiful based upon their wisdom and their knowledge. I've come across some really cool motherfucking people who have been, they've been very, very good sources of information and healing and guidance to me. Because see, to me, that is worth more. Having spiritual knowledge and spiritual wealth and wisdom, that is worth more than all the motherfucking money in the world. To me. To me. See, I'm more into people than versus money. See, I like people more than I do money. And I know some people have their own take on that, but that's just me. But the experiences that we go through in life, the hardships and the pain in the future, that will be your gain. And when you look back, you're going to see what I'm talking about. Because you have to go through a certain amount of pain in order to receive in order to become enlightened. Because you have to have an understanding of both sides of the spectrum. You have to understand pain so you can appreciate the gain, if that makes sense. That's what true cosmic scientists come down here to do. I'm not talking about no, hoopty-doopty shit, that you hear. I'm talking about real cosmic scientists, real fucking gods, who come down here to have these complex experiences. That is what I'm talking about. All that other shit is irrelevant. But anyway, if you want any type of spiritual services, life coaching, whatever you want, hit me up on Patreon. I will post the link in the video description box. And listen, don't let the cussing that I did, scare you off. That's to keep certain motherfuckers away. But people that come to me with respect and they're on the up and up and they really want something to help their lives get better, hit me up. It's really not about the aesthetics. It's about the wisdom that's coming out of that person's mouth, the wisdom that's coming out of that person's mind, the wisdom that's coming out of that person's vibration. It's not about the aesthetics. Because people are paying $8,000 and $10,000 to go to people and their lives are not changing. Okay, I charge $43 for spiritual consultations, not the life coaching stuff, but the spiritual consultations. I charge $45. I don't know. I think $40 for that. $40 for 40 for that. And I get nothing but positive feedback from that. Especially if you do the work that I tell you that you need to do. I'm not here to hold your hand. I'm here to assist you, but I'm not here to do the work for you and to hold your hand. I teach you how to do the work yourself. I teach you how to deal with people yourself on an occult level. I don't do the hooky booky shit. Okay? I can give you rituals you can do to help cleanse your aura. I can give you rituals you can do to help bring in certain energies and vibrations. I know how to do that. As a matter of fact, I did a quantum ritual last night. Yeah, people ain't ready for that. A quantum ritual that changes your quantum reality and helps to heal you on a quantum level. Okay? So that's the type of shit that I do. That is what I do. Okay. So anyway, if you want any type of spiritual services, like I said, hit me up on Patreon. I will post the link to my Patreon in the video description box. And that's all I have to say.